I'm not enough anymore.
Enough for who?
My husband, he keeps comparing me to women online. Every time I look in the mirror, all I hear is his voice.
Now, wow. Is this how you look after just one child? Good morning, Ma.
She won't hear, Mama. She likes late-night
BC
snacks.
stood quietly in the sitting room, one hand resting on her still soft stomach, the other gripping the edge of the table like it was the only thing holding her together. Kunle didn't even look up from his phone. "Look at this," he said casually, turning his screen toward her. 3 months after twins, flat stomach. BC forced a small smile. "That's nice for her." Kunle finally looked at her, his eyes dragging slowly over her body. "You had just one baby.
You had
What
just
happened
one
to you?"
baby. What happened to you?
Welcome to the sweetest African folktale stories, where we bring to you the sweetest folktales to nourish your mind and soul. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications bell so we can grow together, sweet folks. The words landed harder than a slap.
I'm still
"I'm
healing.
still healing," she
Healing?
replied softly.
For how long? The baby
"Healing?"
is almost 8
he
months
scoffed.
old.
"For how
8
long?"
months is not 8
"The baby
years,
is
Kunle.
almost 8 months old."
Excuses. You said that.
8 months is not 8 years, Kunle. Excuses. You started early. Bessie swallowed. Her throat felt tight. "Before marriage, you were slim. Now," he gestured vaguely, "what exactly are you now?" I don't know," she admitted. "Exactly," he said, shaking his head. Silence stretched between them, heavy and uncomfortable. Later that evening, BC sat at the dining table, slowly eating rice. She wasn't even hungry, but breastfeeding drained her constantly. Kunle walked in, glanced at her plate, and frowned. "Rice again?"
Rice again?
"It's what we have,"
It's what
she
we
said
have.
quietly.
It's
"It's
heavy.
heavy.
I need
I
energy.
need energy.
I'm breastfeeding.
I'm breastfeeding."
Then breastfeed
"Then
with
breastfeed
salad.
with salad," he replied bluntly. BC blinked, unsure she heard correctly. "What?" "From next month," Kunle continued, sitting down, "I'll reduce the food money." Her spoon dropped. "Why?" "So you won't finish it," he said without hesitation. "I'm not funding weight gain." BC stared at him, her chest tightening.
I carried your child,
she said,
And
her
I
voice
appreciate
trembling.
it. But this,
"And I
this
appreciate
is
it,"
extra.
he replied flatly.
You're not the first
"But
woman to give
this,"
birth.
he gestured again at her body, "this is extra. You're not the first woman to give birth." The words landed harder than a slap. The next morning didn't bring peace. It brought his mother. Mama Sade walked into the house like an inspector, her sharp eyes scanning everything before settling on BC. "Nawaniwu," she clicked her tongue. "Is this
Now,
how
wow.
you look after
Is
just
this
one
how
child?"
you look after just one child?
BC forced a greeting.
Good morning,
"Good morning,
Ma.
Ma."
She
Mama
won't
Sade
hear,
ignored it.
Mama. She likes
"In my
late-night
time,"
snacks.
she continued, placing her bag down, "I used hot water and discipline. I gave birth to 7 children. 7. She turned sideways, patting her flat waist proudly. "Look at me." Conley chuckled from the corner. "She won't hear, Mama. She likes late-night snacks." BC felt heat rise to her face. "This is your first child, and you still look pregnant. Marriage is not only beauty on wedding day. A woman must maintain herself." BC's hands clenched tightly. You
are embarrassing me. You couldn't even
she
defend
said
me?
suddenly, her
Then
voice
don't embarrass
breaking,
me with your
as she
stomach.
turned to Kunle. "You couldn't even defend me?" Kunle shrugged. "Then don't embarrass me with your stomach." That was the moment something inside her cracked, quietly, invisibly. That night, BC lay in bed staring at the ceiling. Kunle turned toward her, reaching out. "Are you awake?"
Are you awake?
"I'm here."
I'm
He
here.
moved closer.
I miss you, not like
"I
this.
miss you."
What do you mean?
She didn't
After
respond.
childbirth,
Not when
"Not
things
like this,"
stretch.
she added.
I had
Her
stitches,
chest
Kunle.
tightened. "What do you mean?" Kunle hesitated, then said it anyway. "After childbirth, things stretch." "BC, I had stitches," Kunle whispered. "Still," he said bluntly, "it's not tight anymore." Across town, in a brightly lit boutique, a confident woman named Zara adjusted a mannequin's dress. "Perfect," she murmured, stepping back. Her phone buzzed. A message from Kunle. Zara smiled slightly. "Flat stomach and strong," Kunle had texted earlier, sending BC's exact comparison in reverse. Zara typed back slowly. Good for her. But her expression wasn't as carefree as her message. Back in the house, BC sat in the bathroom floor, her baby finally asleep in the next room. Her phone pressed against her ear.
I'm not enough anymore.
She whispered.
Enough for who?
Her friend's
My
Kemi's voice
husband,
came through
he keeps
immediately.
comparing me to women online.
Enough for who?
Every time I look in the
My
mirror, all I
husband,
hear is his
she
voice.
said, tears slipping down her face. He keeps comparing me to women online. Every time I look in the mirror, all I hear is his voice. There was a pause. Then Kemi spoke, firm and steady. You carried his child, BC. Maybe the problem is not your body. Maybe it's the man measuring it. BC closed her eyes. You almost died bringing that baby into this world. Don't let anybody make you feel small for surviving it. The next few days passed like a slow storm, quiet on the outside, but heavy within. BC moved through the house like a shadow, doing everything she was supposed to do and feeling nothing while doing it. Every word Kunle had spoken still echoed in her mind. You're not the first woman to give birth. I'm not funding weight gain. It's not tight anymore. It didn't matter whether he was in the room or not. His voice had already moved into her mind. One afternoon, she stood in front of the mirror. She lifted her blouse slightly and stared at her stomach. Soft, different, real. Her fingers traced the faint stretch marks. Tears filled her eyes. Who are you? She whispered. But deep down, she already knew the answer. She just didn't recognize herself anymore. Later that evening, Kunle walked in, loosening his shirt. I'll be back late today, he said casually. BC nodded without looking up. And try to reduce all that snacking. No need to add more weight to the one we already have. BC paused. Something about the way he said it, so normal, so effortless, made her chest ache more than usual. I am not losing myself because you lost respect, she muttered under her breath. But he was already gone. The opportunity came unexpectedly. 1 week later, while walking back from the pharmacy with her baby strapped to her chest, BC stopped in front of a small boutique. The clothes on display were simple but elegant. Something about them pulled her in. She hesitated, then stepped inside. Welcome, a calm voice greeted her. BC looked up. A woman stood behind the counter, poised, confident, observant. I'm Zara, the owner. BC adjusted the baby on her chest. I was just looking. Zara smiled slightly. People who say that are usually searching for something.
I'm busy.
BC let out a small,
You have
awkward
good
laugh.
taste.
Me?
I'm BC. Zara studied her for a moment. Not her body, not her clothes, but her. You have good taste, Zara said suddenly. Me? BC blinked. Yes, Zara nodded. You dress to hide. BC froze.
You dress to hide.
I started, but couldn't finish.
That means you understand structure.
Yes, Zara
you know how to
continued
shape
calmly.
things, even if you don't
That
realize
means
it.
you understand
Why do you
structure.
want to work?
You know
I
how
wanna
to
stand
shape
on my own
things,
feet.
even if you don't realize it. For the first time in a long while, someone wasn't criticizing her. They were seeing her. Why do you want to work? Zara asked gently. BC hesitated, then answered honestly. I want to stand on my own feet. Zara didn't ask more questions. She simply nodded. Good answer. You can start tomorrow. That night, BC sat on the edge of the bed, waiting. Kunle walked in late, smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't hers. I got a job, she said quietly. At the gym?
I got a job.
He asked, dropping
the
his
gym?
keys.
No,
No,
a
a
boutique.
Selling clothes for
Kunle
who?
paused and
Yourself?
then laughed under his breath.
At least I'll earn something.
Selling
sure you don't eat
clothes
the
for
shop's
who?
profit.
Yourself? BC ignored the jab. At least I'll earn something. Don't stress yourself, he replied. You can't even handle your weight. She looked at him then, really looked at him. For the first time, his words didn't just hurt, they annoyed her. It's just part-time, she said calmly. Make sure you don't eat the shop's profit, he added. The next morning, BC stood inside the boutique, nervous. Her hands felt cold. Her heart wouldn't stop racing. Relax, Zara said, adjusting a hanger. Stand straight. I'm not confident, BC admitted. Zara looked at her directly. Confidence sells more than fabric. If you don't have it, borrow it. BC blinked. Borrow it? Yes, Zara smiled slightly. Fake it until it starts answering to your name. The first customer walked in, then another, and another. To BC's surprise, she handled them. Not perfectly, but well enough. "You're good with people," Zara said later. "Me?" She shook her head. "I don't even feel good about myself." Zara folded the dress slowly. "That feeling rarely starts on its own," she said. "Someone usually plants it." BC went quiet. That same evening, across town, Kunle sat comfortably in a dimly lit lounge. Zara sat across him. "Yes, she got a small job,"
Yes, she got a
Kunle was
small
saying,
job.
sipping his
At
drink.
least now she'll stay
At
busy
least
instead of worrying
now she
about
will stay
food.
busy instead
That's
of worrying
good.
about food.
She needs distraction.
Zara's
She used to be
expression didn't
different.
change.
Or maybe she was
"That's
carrying
good,"
every
she
marriage.
said neutrally. "She needs distraction," Kunle continued. "She used to be different." Zara leaned back slightly. "Or maybe," she said calmly, "she was carrying it all alone." Kunle frowned. "You don't understand marriage." Zara didn't argue, but her eyes said enough. Back in the boutique the next day, Zara watched BC closely. "Are you a mother?" Zara asked suddenly. BC nodded. "Yes, I am. My son is 8 months." "I thought so," Zara said softly. "Mothers have a certain look."
What kind? BC asked. Like they haven't slept properly for months, Zara replied. BC let out a tired laugh. That's exactly how it feels. Zara stepped closer. Motherhood changes everything, she said. Your body, your sleep, your mind. BC looked down. My stomach still looks big. Sometimes I feel disfigured. Zara's voice became firm. Every woman has a stomach, BC. Stop comparing yours to edited pictures. But on social media is not real life. Real life is messy. BC swallowed. Tell me something honestly, Zara added. Who made you start hating your body? BC hesitated. No one, she said quietly. Zara shook her head. Most times, it's not no one. That night, BC sat alone, thinking. For the first time in months, a different voice started speaking in her mind. Not Kunle's, Zara's. Your body carried life. Real life is messy. Someone planted that voice. And slowly, something began to shift. Not her body, but her thinking. The change didn't happen overnight. It started quietly, almost unnoticeably. Wake up, BC groaned, pulling the blanket over her head. It's still dark. Exactly. That's how winning starts. BC squinted at the clock. 5:42 a.m. This is wickedness. Zara laughed. It's discipline. Get up. I can't even feel my legs from yesterday, BC complained. Good. That means they are working. The gym felt like a different world. Mirrors everywhere. Bodies that looked confident, strong. Put it together. BC immediately shrank into herself. I don't belong here, she whispered. Zara leaned closer. Nobody belongs here on their first day. BC glanced around nervously. They are all smaller, better. Zara shook her head. They are all insecure too. You just can't see it. Lift, Zara instructed. BC stared at the dumbbell like it had personally offended her. This thing is heavy. So is your life, Zara replied calmly. Lift it anyway.
This thing is heavy.
BC let out
So
a
is
weak
your
laugh.
life.
I
Lift
will
it anyway.
collapse here one day.
I will
If
collapse
you do,
here one
Zara
day.
said dryly, at
If you
least it will
do,
be
at
for
least it will
something
be for
useful.
something useful.
Somehow, she lifted it. Once. Then again. By the 5th rep, her arms were shaking. By the 8th,
You see?
she was breathless.
Your body still
By the
listens
10th,
to you.
She was smiling. You see, Zara said, your body still listens to you. BC dropped the weights, laughing weakly, only because I imagined something. What? BC wiped sweat from her forehead. Kunle's face. Zara burst out laughing. Ah, anger, the strongest pre-workout. Days turned into weeks. The routine became familiar. The pain became manageable. And slowly, BC started to change. Not drastically, not magically, but steadily. One morning, after a workout, Zara handed her water. How do you feel? She asked. BC paused. Stronger, she said honestly. Good, Zara nodded. I hesitated, then added, not just physically. Zara smiled slightly. That same day, something unexpected happened. BC was arranging clothes in the boutique when a message popped up on Zara's phone lying on the counter.
The screen lit up. A name appeared. Kunle Heart. Bisi froze. Her heart skipped. No, it couldn't be. She stared at the phone, hoping she read it wrong, but the message preview appeared. I miss you. When can I see you again? Her hands went cold. Bisi? She didn't respond. Bisi? Zara's voice was closer now. Bisi slowly turned. Her face had already changed. Why is my husband calling you
Why
with
is
a
my
heart
husband
emoji?
calling you with a heart emoji?
Silence. Thick.
Let's not do
Heavy.
this here.
Unavoidable.
Here is
Let's
fine.
not do this here,
Or are you
Zara
shy
said
now?
carefully. Here is fine. Or are you shy now? Bisi replied, her voice trembling. Zara sighed. Close the shop. Minutes later, they sat in Zara's apartment. The tension in the room could cut glass. Bisi sat upright, her hands clenched tightly. Start talking. Zara didn't
Start
pretend.
talking.
Your
Your husband,
husband,
Kunle, yes, I know him.
know him.
Know him?
Bisi laughed,
We've been
but
seeing
there was
each
no
other.
humor in
How
it.
long? 6
Know
months.
him.
My
Zara
baby is
nodded
8 months
slowly.
old.
We've been seeing each other. The words hit like thunder. But Bisi didn't cry. Not yet. How long? She asked. 6 months. Bisi's breath caught. My baby is 8 months old, she said slowly. Zara's eyes widened slightly. Yes, she admitted. Bisi stood up abruptly.
So while I was still bleeding after childbirth, he was with you.
Her voice
I
cracked.
didn't know everything.
He was with you.
What did you know?
Zara stood too.
He said his wife stopped
I didn't
trying.
know everything.
That she's
What did
breastfeeding
you
his
know?
child.
Bisi snapped. Zara hesitated. He said his wife stopped trying. Bisi laughed bitterly. That she let herself go, she added. Zara looked down. Yes. Did she become lazy? Zara didn't respond. That she doesn't respect herself anymore? Zara exhaled. He said he was frustrated. Bisi shook her head slowly. Frustrated, she repeated. I was breastfeeding his child. Zara stepped closer. Does he help you? Bisi laughed a dry laugh. He reduced food money so I won't gain weight. Zara's expression hardened instantly. He did what? For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then something shifted. Not anger, not rivalry. Understanding.
I didn't know
she was you, Zara said quietly.
And I didn't know
Bisi
you were
looked at her. And I didn't know you were her, she replied. Back at the boutique the next day, the air felt different, tighter, sharper. Kunle walked in confidently, adjusting his shirt. Then he saw Bisi behind the counter. His steps slowed. What are you doing here? Bisi answered calmly.
What are
I
you
work
doing
here.
here?
I work
Kunle
here.
frowned deeply.
Zara, don't listen
Work.
to her. I can explain.
Zara stepped
Explain
forward.
what?
Yes,
That your
she
lazy
said.
wife is the
She's
woman.
You
my
don't understand
employee.
our marriage.
Kunle looked between them, confusion rising. Let's go home, he said to Bisi. Why? So we can talk. Bisi tilted her head slightly. So you can insult me in private again. Bisi, or should I say everything here? Kunle said quickly, forcing a smile. Zara, don't listen to her. I can explain. Zara folded her arms. Explain what? That your lazy wife is the woman you've been body-shaming for months? Kunle's expression shifted. You don't understand our marriage. Zara stepped closer. No, you lied about it. Bisi's voice came next, steady, controlled.
I had complications while giving birth.
That doesn't
Kunle
mean-
scoffed.
Didn't you say
That
she
doesn't mean-
disgusted you?
Didn't
I never
you say
used
she
that word.
disgusted you?
You didn't
Zara
have
cut
to.
in sharply.
You made
I
me
never
feel
used
it
that
every
word.
day.
You didn't have to, Bisi said quietly. You made me feel it every day. Kunle looked frustrated now. Come on, Zara, just look at her. No, Zara interrupted. Her voice was calm but firm. No, I am looking at her. She turned to Bisi, and she is more beautiful than anything you described. Silence filled the shop. Heavy. Final. Bisi lifted her chin slightly. I am not overweight, she said slowly. I am postpartum. Kunle laughed a frustrated laugh. So what now? Both of you are teaming up against me? Zara's lips curved slightly. No, she said. We are not just your victims anymore. Kunle stood there, looking from one woman to the other, like a man who had just lost control of his story he thought he was writing. Bisi, let's not do this here, he said, lowering his voice. Bisi didn't move. For months you've been doing this to me in our house. Today we can do it here. Zara leaned against the counter, arms folded, watching him closely. Explain. Kunle exhaled, running a hand through his hair. I was just frustrated. Bisi laughed a short laugh. Frustrated? That's the word you are going with. You changed, he said quickly. You stopped trying. Bisi's eyes held his. I was recovering, she said, from carrying your child. That doesn't mean, it means everything, Zara cut in. Kunle turned to her, irritation flushing. Stay out of this. I would have, Zara replied coolly, if you hadn't dragged me into it with lies. The shop fell quiet. Even the air felt tense. For the first time, Kunle looked unsure. You made me look in the mirror and hate what I saw, Bisi said, her voice steady but heavy. And somehow you still think that's my fault. Kunle opened his mouth, then closed it. He had no quick reply this time. Later that evening, his phone rang repeatedly. He didn't answer. The next morning, he couldn't avoid it. Mr. Kunle, we need you at the office immediately. Something about the tone made his stomach tighten. Is there a problem? Just come in. By noon, the entire office felt different. Eyes followed him. Whispers floated behind him. Kunle walked into the conference room and froze. 2 senior managers, a compliance officer, files on the table. Sit down, one of them said. What is this about? Kunle asked, trying to sound composed. The compliance officer slid a document toward him. Can you explain these transactions? Kunle frowned, scanning the pages. Multiple transfers, split amounts, odd timestamps. This is not from me, he said quickly. Your login approved them, the compliance officer replied. That's not possible. 2:13 a.m., multiple approvals. Kunle shook his head. I don't control the system timestamps, but you control your password, the manager said coldly. By evening, the rumor had spread. Suspended pending investigation. Financial misconduct. Millions missing. At home, Bisi adjusted the
You're
baby on
home
her shoulder,
early.
gently rocking
was
him as he
suspended.
fussed. The door opened. Kunle
You're not
walked
surprised?
in, his confidence
Should I
gone,
be?
replaced with something unfamiliar.
I was
Fear.
suspended. I believe patterns.
You're home early,
They're accusing
Bisi
me of
said
something
without turning.
serious.
I was suspended.
Sounds
She
like
nodded
it.
slowly.
It's a misunderstanding.
Oh,
The
you're not
investigation will
surprised.
claim
Bisi
patterns.
shrugged lightly. Should I be? Kunle stepped closer. They're accusing me of something serious. Sounds like it, she replied. It's a misunderstanding. The investigation will clear me. Bisi
turned to face him. I believe patterns, she said calmly. Kunle ran a hand over his face. We need groceries, he said suddenly, opening the fridge. Why is it empty? Bisi raised an eyebrow. You reduced the food money, she reminded him. I didn't mean like this, he snapped. She walked past him.
I got paid today.
I got paid today.
But I won't sponsor
Bisi said.
irresponsibility.
Kunle
What do you
turned
mean?
quickly. How much?
Those are my words.
Enough, Bisi replied. But I won't sponsor irresponsibility. The words hit him harder than he expected. It sounded familiar. Too familiar. Days passed. The pressure mounted. Calls from the office, emails, silence from colleagues who once praised him. At night, the baby cried endlessly. Kunle paced the room awkwardly, holding him like a fragile object. Why won't he stop? He muttered. Bisi watched from the bed. He's teething, she said. Kunle looked confused. How do you know? Bisi gave a small, tired smile. Because I pay attention. That night changed something. Not everything, but something. Later, as the baby finally slept, Kunle sat down heavily. I didn't know it was this hard, he admitted quietly. Bisi didn't respond immediately. Then she said, Postpartum isn't just
Postpartum
weight.
isn't just weight.
Kunle looked up.
It's stitches,
It's
it's
stitches,
hormones, it's waking
it's
up every 2
hormones,
hours while you sleep
it's
peacefully.
waking up every 2
it's losing
hours
your
while
body
you sleep
and doing all of
peacefully.
that
Her
alone.
voice wasn't angry. That made it heavier. Kunle swallowed. I was impatient, he admitted. I didn't understand. No, Bisi said softly. You didn't try to understand. A few days later, the call finally came. Mr. Kunle, the investigation is complete. He held his breath. They found a system override error, the voice continued. So, I'm cleared? Yes, you're cleared. Relief flooded him, but it didn't feel as good as he expected. When he got home, Bisi was folding clothes. I was cleared, he announced. She nodded. That's good. Kunle hesitated. I almost lost everything. Bisi looked at him. You almost did. He stepped closer, and while all this was happening,
he continued. I realized something. BC waited. I almost lost what
everything.
actually mattered.
You almost did.
And while
was a
all this
long
was
pause.
happening, I realized that's what
Then
actually
BC
mattered.
spoke.
You almost
You
lost
almost
me
didn't
because of
lose
how
me
you
because
treated
of your
me.
job. Kole frowned slightly. You almost lost me because of how you treated me. The truth sat between them, uncomfortable, unavoidable. The next weekend, his mother visited again. After all this stress, your wife must have added more pressure. Mama Sade
No.
said.
She carried
Kole
this
shook his
house
head.
while I was falling.
No.
And
Both
while
women
everyone was
looked at him.
talking, she was the one
She
standing.
carried this house, he continued, while I was falling. Mama Sade blinked. And while everyone was talking, Kole added, she was the one standing. For once, no one had anything to say back. That evening, Kole returned home with grocery bags. He placed them on the table. I thought, he said awkwardly, the kitchen shouldn't feel like a battlefield. BC looked at the bags, then at him. We can cook together, he added, if you want. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't sudden, but it was different. I used to compare you to other women, Kole admitted later that night. I know, BC replied.
I used to compare
I
you
was
to other
insecure,
women.
I
he
know.
said quietly.
I was insecure, so I
BC
tried to
raised
break
an
your
eyebrow.
confidence to keep control.
So you
Yes,
tried to break
that
my
version of
confidence
you,
to keep
I cannot
control?
survive twice.
Kole didn't deny it. Yes. BC exhaled slowly. That version of you, she said, I cannot survive twice. Kole nodded. I don't want to be that man again. BC looked at him carefully. Good, she said, because I'm not the same woman anymore. Change didn't arrive with noise. It came quietly, in action. A few weeks later, the house felt different. Not perfect, but no longer tense. Careful, Kune said, standing beside BC in the kitchen. You're adding too much pepper. BC raised an eyebrow. Since when did you become a chef? Since I started paying attention, he replied. She paused. That word again, attention. It used to be something she begged for. Now, it was being offered. That same evening, they walked side by side into the gym. BC adjusted her top slightly, still not fully used
You
to the
don't
mirrors.
have to hide.
Kole noticed.
I'm
You
not
don't
hiding.
have to hide,
I'm
he
just
said
choosing what
quietly.
to show.
BC glanced at him. I'm not hiding, she replied. I'm just choosing what to show. Kole nodded slowly. That answer told him everything. Across the room, Zara spotted them. Well, well, she said with a small smile. Look who brought backup. BC laughed. Don't get used to it. Kole raised his hand slightly. I come in peace. Zara smacked. You better.
Well, well.
5
Look who
more
brought
reps.
backup.
Zara
Don't get used
instructed
to it.
BC.
I come in
BC
peace.
groaned.
You
enjoy
better.
this too much. Lift, Zara replied.
5 more reps.
BC grabs the weights.
You enjoy this too
her
much.
arms trembled. Her face
Lift.
tightened. Then she pushed through. Kule watched quietly. There was something different about her now. Not just her body, her presence, her energy, her confidence. You're stronger, Kule said when she finished. BC wiped her face. I've always
You're
been
stronger.
strong. Kole
I've always
nodded.
been strong.
I just didn't see it.
I just didn't
That
see
night,
it.
as they sat together, the baby asleep between them. Silence settled comfortably. Not heavy, not awkward, just calm. They promoted me, Kole said eventually. BC looked up. After everything, they said my performance record still spoke for itself. BC nodded. That's good.
I
Kole
couldn't have
hesitated.
handled that period without
I couldn't
you.
have handled that period
I
without
handled
you.
it for myself.
BC gave a
Not
small
for you.
smile. I handled it for myself, not for you. Kole accepted that. He had learned not to argue with the truth anymore. A few days later, Zara visited their home. She looked impressed. So this is where all the drama started, she joked. BC laughed and ended. Kole raised his hand slightly. I come in peace? Zara smirked. You better. As sat together, Zara turned to BC.
I want to make you an
I want
official
to make
partner
you
in
an
the
official
boutique.
partner in the boutique.
You've earned it.
BC blinked.
You understand people, you
Partner?
understand structure,
You've
and
earned
now
it,
you
Zara
understand
continued.
yourself. Are you serious?
You understand people. You understand structure. And now you understand yourself. BC felt something warm rise in her chest. Are you serious? She asked. Zara nodded. Kule smiled slightly. Not threatened? Zara glanced at him. Why would I be? If she succeeds, we all win. Kule chuckled. Good answer. That night, after Zara left, BC stood in front of the mirror again. The same mirror, the same body, but everything felt different. Kule walked up behind her. You are beautiful, he said softly. BC didn't respond immediately. Then she said, I didn't change overnight. I know, he replied. You are always beautiful. BC Meshu's eyes through the mirror. You are blind, she said. Kule nodded. I was. There was no defensiveness, no excuses, just the truth. I'm still learning, he added, and I don't want to go back to that man. BC turned to face him fully. Good, she said, because I'm not going back to that version of me. Weeks passed, then months. The boutique expanded. BC stood confidently with customers, her voice steady, her smile genuine. She no longer dressed to hide. She dressed to express. At home, things settled into a new rhythm. Not perfect, but respectful, balanced, real. One evening, as they watched their child take his first step,
He's strong.
Kone laughed.
Of course
He's
he is.
strong,
He got
he
it
said.
from you.
BC smiled. Of course he is. Kone looked at her. He got it from you. BC picked up the child, holding him close. Her eyes softened. This body, she said quietly, built him.
This
Kone
body
nodded.
built him.
And rebuilt
And rebuilt you.
BC shook her
It
head
didn't
slightly.
just rebuild me.
It didn't just
It
rebuild
rebuilt
me.
me first.
She looked at him, calm, grounded, sure. It rebuilt me first. Kule understood. That difference mattered. Because this time, she didn't stay because she felt small. She stayed because she chose to. And that choice, that was her real strength. Thank you for watching, sweet folks. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our sweet and captivating stories we have in store for you on this channel. Also tell us what you've learned and where you're watching from in the comment section. Your voice matters to us here. Stay and enjoy other stories on this channel. We remain the #1 sweetest African folk tales. Love you, sweet folk.